Hi, everybody. How are you? It's Joanna. Welcome to Color and Chat with Joanna. We just finished. Oh my God. I can't believe I got her done. I cannot believe I got her done. We just finished Lily the Llama, and today I think we're going to color. Who feels like coloring? I thought it'd be charming to color a movie theater frontal page. This is from one of the two books that my darling Grace sent me all the way from the Big Apple. Mm. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Okay, let me tell you. It has been a hot New York minute since we've all been to the movies. Let's put on some movie jewelry, shall we? You want to put on something shiny and sparkly? I should have my ring bowl and just let you guys pick a ring each day. I swear to God. Because when it comes to gaudy fashion rings, I got one for every day of the week. Okay. I think today, how do we feel about polychromos, or should we go Prismacolor? I think polys, maybe both. I don't know. Gonna give the Brune Corners a little break. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's open up some pencils and see. I haven't I haven't played with my polys in weeks, and oh my God, do you smell it? I I smell pencil. Yeah, I know. I love that smell. Like a new box of pencils. Like every August or October, September, you just sort of, you know, you got to go up and down the school aisle. Even if we don't have children in school anymore, pardon me, anymore, we have to go up and down the school aisle and just smell all the school supplies. It's just wonderful. Anyway, so I hope you guys are good. I hope you all had a good weekend. Uh, we had a pretty good weekend. We didn't really accomplish very much, but it was still nice to have hubby home on Sunday, even though he felt so cruddy in the morning. Long suffering husband had a rough morning. So I drugged him up with everything I could get my hands on and put him to bed and let him sleep for about 3.5 hours. And it was a kind of a stormy, gloomy kind of weekend. Now, I know these are all going to be, excuse me, my sticky notes aren't going to stick. I'm going to bring you down a little bit, okay? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. There you go. That might be a little bit better. If we're seeing what I'm doing, which I know half of you aren't even watching what I'm doing. You're just kind of hanging out, which is cool. I'm totally glad about that. You know, I love when people come to hang and just chat and think about it. But it has been a New York minute since I have been to a movie theater, and it took me a moment to think about it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, when is the last time, or what was the last movie I saw in a movie theater?" Now, I used to when I had Lucy and Gandalf. They were like amazing. They were full service dogs. They were not therapy dogs. They had the whole thing. Um, they had credentials and everything. But oh my God, I cannot. I'm sitting here like thumbing. Can you remember the last movie you went to see in a movie theater? I don't remember the last movie I went to see in a movie theater. I mean, I swear, I don't remember. It is so sad. I'm thinking and I'm thinking. Hang on, I'm going to do a little outline here on these fun letters. And I don't remember the last time I colored letters either. I think when I first started coloring, I got one of those books that my girlfriend sent me. all the swear word books, and it would have like I have you and then bubbles all around it and everything. But it always had these double like shadow boxed letters. And this is when I very first started coloring, and I was doing like Sharpie markers, and before I even graduated to a gel marker, I think it started with Sharpie markers and a box of Crayola crayons or pencils, which I thought was the coolest thing ever. I didn't even know Crayola made a pencil. Anyway, they did. So, it's been a minute since I colored a number or a letter, too. I mean, everything about this. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to sharpen this pencil. Try not to get upset. I know some people hate it when. Here, I can use the hand crank if it really, really bothers you guys that I use the electric pencil sharpener on a polychromos. Like they're just, the royalty of pencils, which I guess they are. But I feel like sometimes this doll pencil sharpener, I feel like it eats up the pencil more than the. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. Makes not nice long beautiful points, but you know what? It's a pencil eater. It really is. I did the Brunfuners. If you look back on one of my other videos, I think I just did it a few days ago. Wasn't that long ago. Anyway, on the Brunfunner. Oh my God, John and I were we were YouTubing while he was in his having a sick day. But he's fine. Don't worry, he's fine. He just really needed some meds for his tummy, and he just needed to rest. He had a very, very hard emotional week. And sometimes you just have to let your brain and your body and your soul and everything kind of recover. So. Hi, can I help you?
You stole my cup.
I didn't steal it. I'm just borrowing it. I'm borrowing it. Don't curse. I'm online. Oh, God. I think I just got busted. I'm in trouble. Here, you can have it back. Here, you want it back? Look how pretty it makes me look.
It's got your U all over it. I don't want it.
Is that the coolest cup ever? He thinks he's getting it back. It ain't happening. It has my cooties all over it now. Sorry. Anyway, that was child. Okay, so he's an adult, but he acts like a child. Anyway, yeah, I told him, I was like, don't bring home a cup like this and not get one for your mother. You know I love everything rainbow and everything holographic. And he was like, well, I didn't think you'd want one because you're making tumblers now. I don't, by the way, that's turning into a more of a science project and less of an art project. You guys, okay, you have to work with poly stuff like the clear, polyurethane, and that's a chemical. And guess what? My husband, like, I was polishing my nails last night. Do you guys like them? They're a little glitter tippy. I know they're kind of funky, right? Anyway, so I was trying to do a skin tone, and I wanted to do a tiny bit of glitter, which turned out to be a whole a little. Okay, it's a little loud. Anyway, so I was using some of the glitter that I got for my cups. Now I have glitter. Believe me, my husband is not opposed to glitter because he can't win the glitter fight. He thinks he can. He would love to win the glitter fight, but he can't. He's like, forget it. We've been married 100 years. The glitter, and he jokes about it. He's like, yeah, when we were doing our ancestral thing, he said my wife is definitely part fairy. She's glitter fairy. I swear to God, I can find it in her DNA, which kind of makes me laugh that it doesn't offend him because he loves sparkly things. The first year we were married, now remember, we got married in October, okay? So, and we moved into our house like in September, like right before we got married. And he's got his buddies from the airlines, and he's recruited all of them because, like every man on the planet, he's too freaking cheap to hire and pay for a mover. And I told him, I said, look, my firefighter guy friends, right down the street, okay? They have a moving company. Look at, I know, aren't they beautiful? Look at the point on, look at the point on that thing. Is that great or what? Anyway, so, um, where am I going with this? I don't know. I got foggy. I still have the COVID fog brain. I'm so glad I can blame that on COVID now. it's it's such an easy excuse. Okay, so when we got married, which was the end of October, like years ago, um, I didn't know that my husband was a child at heart and a total obsessive lover of Christmas. I didn't know this. Now our house had really tall ceilings. The living room, it came, it had that arch, that pointy arch, funky ceiling, beautiful, and it was like 30 feet. Okay, so the Christmas tree I had was actually, it had little glitter uh things sewn into the tree. It was a dark, dark green tree with all of this sparkle in it. You could just put lights on it, it would be beautiful. And it was 9 feet. Okay. So I put it up. I had this big round corner coffee table, and I put a big piece of flat fiberboard on top of it. I put cloth over that, then I put fiberboard, then I put cloth over that, because I wanted to protect my coffee table. But it was about the height of the couch. I'd say like maybe 25, 30 inches. And then I put the tree on top of the coffee table. And so it automatically became like a 14-foot tree. And then we had a beautiful staircase. Like when you walk in the front door, the staircase was right there in your face. But we had one long straight banister. So I loaded the banister with garland and loaded the garland with balls and lights and bows and baubles and bits. And, um, we had a huge round mirror over our fireplace. And so I wrapped garland around the mirror to make it even bigger and put about, like, I think about 1,200 lights just on that. The tree my tree always has between 2 and 4,000 lights, depending on if it's showing in a corner or if it's in a window or if it's a front and back. But I always light the crap out of it. And I always use these things called cluster lights. And the cluster lights, honey, you can literally wire an entire Christmas tree in about 20 minutes with those cluster lights. They are a godsend. If you don't have them, go look them up and get them. And you can use them all year. I have some like on my balcony. I mean, I'm not kidding. Anyway, oh, hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I'm so thirsty. Mm. I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta get my stolen water cup from my son. I gotta refill this. I'll be right back. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. When I get smart and when I get really, really good at my life, I will learn to edit this part out. But in the meantime, you're going to have to pretend like you're visiting me at my house and put up with my momentary things. And if you were here, I would make you an iced toffee coffee too. Because I need all the coffee I can get. I got to go to Costco today. Costco, the black hole where aliens come to visit. Anyway. So, now you have to remember, I was a little younger back then, okay? And I had a system for decorating my tree and my house. And, like, I got it all done in one day. So he left super early in the morning. He had a flight going out. And for some reason, I think he had to be at the airport early for some kind of, I don't know, they were doing like a pre-flight kind of meeting or something. And he was a part of it. So he left the house at like 4 a.m. And when we first got married, like 4 a.m., I couldn't sleep after he left. You know what I mean? Even if I just made coffee and curled up in bed with the dogs or whatever, I would do that. But sleeping, I couldn't go back to sleep. I was up. When you're up, pardon me, when you're up, you're up. God, what's in that coffee? Okay, I'm going to try to find you a picture, so, because I'm a visual girl. And you know, I'm telling you, the new generation, if you don't have a picture of it, it never happened. I don't know why, but if you don't have photographic proof, it didn't happen. And I hate that. I really did. I hated it. But anyways, so now John is, you know, he's German. You know what I mean? His mother would put up a stringy little tree and have like, you know, maybe 8 ornaments on it, and that was it for you know, and oh, and an advent calendar. He loves, and hi honey, I'm taping. He long-suffering husband's giving me the look. The advent calendar was a big deal. Which we have now. Oh, I got one this year that was so beautiful. I showed it on my video. Go back and look in January, December, whatever. We had one done with this beautiful wood. A friend of mine sent it to me. It was a gift, and I couldn't believe it. It was from the UK, and it got all the way over here without a scratch or a dent or anything. Where's my stupid tree? Hold on. I have like, and by the way, so he had no idea, and he also had no idea that I was doing this 2 weeks before. Try not to laugh. 2 weeks before Halloween, because I like to get a head start on things, and so this is so weird. There's like 3 Christmas pictures here, and I know there's more. Hold on. I find you pictures of the house. Here's me singing in the Christmas church choir. Yay. Anyway, so see, that's Christmas Day, but I knew I took more pictures before that. I don't know about you guys, but is your Google photo thing, does it knock things out of date? Because I feel like it does. Anyway, so I'm talking, and I'm trying to actually think and talk, and it is hurting my brain. I'm not kidding. Like, how am I doing this? Oh my God. You would think I'd be able to just whip these puppies out because I know what year I got married and everything, but I look at those pictures and they're pictures at the beach. That's how out of order this is. And I have no idea how or why it had to happen that way, but it did. Anyway, so he was a Christmas freak, but he never told me that. Like before we got married, we never talked about Christmas or anything, you know? And so what was funny is it was sort of, oh God, why are you yelling? It's air. There's nothing out there. I'm so sorry. They had such a mouth on them yesterday, and I know it's because of the weather. It's just the weather, people. There's not much you can do about it. Okay, so basically, this was one of the tree pictures, and then, yeah, this was our first Christmas, and if you can see it, it's a very, hold on, very tall ceiling, but I like to load a tree. I mean, you can tell it's like super, super, super loaded. And the whole banister was done in big fat bows and baubles and oh look, there's my sweet Arthur dog. Wasn't he cute? I know he was like the best dog. Well, he was the best dog and the worst dog. I gotta tell you, Arthur. Arthur had issues. Okay, so um, he comes home that night, and I guess it's probably like about 7:30 or something. And I've got, my quickie baked ziti that I always, whenever I make baked ziti, I always make two or three of them so I can shove one in the freezer. Because there are days when you get creative, you're not cooking, you're busy. You're busy. So, I mean, he came home and the smell of baked ziti, and there were Christmas lights everywhere. Like anything that was tied down got lit. And we just moved into this house. We hadn't even painted it yet. And he was like, oh my God. He looked like the little boy on Home Alone with his eyes bugging out. He felt like he's like, and then he walked back outside and he was like looking at his address, and I was like, honey, what are you doing? Why are you looking? I haven't done the outside of the house yet. We don't do that till, like a day or two before Halloween. And he was like, I'm just making sure I live here. Is this my house? Is this my address? And I'm not kidding. Tears welled up in his eyes. Tears. Big, fat, girly, happiest moment. He didn't cry that big on our wedding day. And he was bawling, bawling with joy. He said, you don't know how happy I am. I had no idea. All those crates, and I was like, well, yeah, when you moved everything into the garage, you knew there were like 8 million crates, right? Sorry. Mm. Ew. I have to put a little bit of sugar in this. This is coffee. I love my toffee coffee, but I can't drink it straight. I'm trying to. I'm trying to cut back on the sugar, but you know how that goes. Yeah, why don't I cut back on flavor? Why don't I cut back on life? Anyway, so he was bawling. It was the sweetest thing. So every Christmas, I'm like trying to one up it a little bit. Like I got my Bella Safina. I just did an unboxing. So if you want to look on my channel, oh, holy cannoli, that thing is so beautiful. You're going to freak. And I measured it, and it is going to be in the biggest, fattest, applique gaudy. I didn't order a frame. I went to online to the Lowe's, and they have beautiful crown molding. Like, this is how I do my pictures, and people go crazy and say, how do you afford this artwork frame? I buy molding. I buy molding and I have it cut on an angle and I put it together and I turn it over. And there are these little plates you can buy at Lowe's. They cost 8 cents each. And you hot glue it on and then you put tiny screws in it and it holds the corner perfectly. And you can measure it exactly. A miter box saw, I think, cost me $1. I got it at a yard sale. Um, you just put the wood on it and it makes perfect corners. You don't have to measure. You don't have to know things. Okay. So I ordered molding and the molding is like, girl, I'm not kidding. It's like 6 inches. It is so fat and so gorgeous and so fancy. And I'm going to do black and then I'm going to do silver leaf. And then I'm going to do something I call pewtering. And I'm going to do a video about how I pewter because I promise you this frame, a man in Italy taught me how to pewter. I know it sounds perverted, right? Hey, you want to learn how to pewter? Oh, ma scusi, signora. No, I do not know how to pewter. But I could learn, like learning Italian. It ain't that hard. So, he taught me how to pewter. And the frame, when it's done, it looks like it weighs 9,000 pounds because it looks like pewter. It looks like beautifully aged pewter. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And it's so easy. Oh, my God. So what... So what basically cost me $18 in crown molding. Yeah, that's all because it's like a 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter square, which by the way, honey, square is the way to go. Square frames are so easy to make. I swear my kid could do it. And he doesn't do math. I'm telling you. There are people who do math and people who don't do math. Oh my God, but now he thinks he's a day trader. He got Bit Doge because he likes Papa Doge now. He's an Elon Musk groupie. So he thinks he's running the stock market. Oh, God. You should hear the way these kids talk. It's so funny and it's so stupid. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to let you go for today. We will finish doing this. Hey, can you do me a favor? Write in your comments, what's the last movie you went to? And what's your favorite movie? Like, what's the favorite movie you ever saw in a movie theater? And those cozy chairs and the cup holders, and some of the chairs recline, some don't. Tell me a funny story about what happened to you at the movies. Like, did you have to yell at somebody or get somebody punched out? Or, of course, my favorite was always after we saw 10 Days or 10 Ways to Lose a Guy. Yeah, every time anybody ever said anything, I was like, hey, don't start with me. My husband will come back there and kick your butt. And you know what? That's when John was like, I'm not her husband. I've never seen this woman before in my life. Because he was like, stop it. You're trying to get me murdered. But anyway, so what was your last movie? Let's talk about it. And when you come back next time, we'll work on this a little bit more. I'm sorry I didn't get a lot done. But hey, it's Monday, and I don't know how we got up on that Christmas tangent. Anyway, so tell me what your last movie was. I want to know so we can talk about it next time. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And don't forget to shine on. Shine, shine, shine. Bye. Have a great, great, great day. And know that I'm with you. I'm with you virtually. Anyway, big hugs. Bye-bye.